Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Peter Loves JCI show, episode 1. Indeed, I'm happy that you're here and I'm happy that you're watching live. And you know what? One of the positive things is of the benefits of being live is that you at home, I don't know where you are, but you can react in the chat. So if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or Facebook again, please comment if you have questions, remarks, or you want to share something. You can do it because this is an interactive show. Well, what is this Peter Loves JCI show about? Well, actually, it's very simple. You know, we as JCI members, and if you're not a JCI member, maybe after the show, you could be one. Because we have to show what we can do, what we can offer, and what can we offer more than giving an opportunity to our own members. Yes, indeed, membership is often very difficult to manage, but today we have actually one member here from my own local chapter, JCI Brussel, who has an idea. And what are we in JCI to give or offer chances? And why I say difficult? Why? Because, of course, a JCI membership is required for some action. So you have to do something. It's not just a card club or just being there and being present physically. No, you have to do something because we believe in JCI that by doing action gives you growth, because we are an organization that wants that you grow in life, grow as a businessman, grow as a father. But in any dream that you have, we want to push you to grow. And today we are pushing Marlies. Marlies is a member of JCI Brussel and several years yet. And normally she does projects, and she does that at a very beautiful institute in Brussels that helps people in need with juridical, with financial administration advice. But today she says, I want more. I want more. And she's going to explain you right now why she wants more and what is her solution and why we, if you're a member of JCI, and if you're not, you're also able to join, why she's looking for 5 people to help. I would say give please a hand of applause for Marlies Naeyeart from JCI Brussel. Hi, Marlies. Welcome in the show.
Hello. Hi, Peter. Hi, everybody who's watching right now. First, I want to say thank you for giving me this opportunity to explain a bit what I'm looking for, what I have to offer, and why my motivation for doing this. So
No problem, Marlies. That's why we are here. That's why we are creating this, to give you a platform. Because I think it was a couple of weeks ago, you said in our General Assembly, hey, I have an idea. I want to help people. But what kind of help was it, Marlies, that you want to offer?
yeah, so I think it's important to mention my background. So I am a clinical psychologist. I graduated already in 2006. I do have experience in that field, but right now my current job, I'm a health and safety officer. So I do work a lot around well-being at work, but it's more targeted on policies and projects. And I realize now, after doing this for a few years, I kind of miss this individual coaching, counseling, giving advice to people. And we have been facing a lot of challenges, all of us, this past year. It's not over yet. So a lot of things so I have colleagues who are psychologists, and so we work together on like providing tools, like how can we help people. And one thing that is very important there, it's mental resilience. And
Absolutely.
yeah, so this is the thing that, when we're faced with difficulties, it's the ability to kind of bounce back and being able to overcome things.
Yep.
So I did follow some sessions as well to get more into that. And I've had my own share of coaching and counseling. And I just want to share this experience, this knowledge, when I think that a lot of people could really benefit from this.
Yeah.
And it would also benefit me because I am looking to kind of integrate it in my professional growth, actually. It is a little bit different from the counseling that I've done before, because I've done it with families, with youngsters, with people with a disability, but the mindset is a bit different. So yeah, that's
but Marlies, I hear that you have a lot of practice and you followed a lot of courses, but these are not just the courses that you started this year, right? You're doing this quite some time already.
Yeah. So as a psychologist, you have to kind of keep on track and try to get also new insights. So I followed some courses like acceptance and commitment therapy, solution-focused coaching. Right now I'm doing a bit longer one. That's the CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy.
What is that exactly? Can you give me an example, maybe?
So, the cognitive part, it's everything about the mind, about what you're thinking. And then behavior is, of course, behavior. So the main idea behind the framework is that how we think, the thoughts that we're having, our beliefs, our values, and so on, can have a huge influence on how we react to things that happen to us, and consequently in our reactions to it. And so CBT, and there is also a link with emotions.
So you say actually is what we think we actually do, or that our reactions come from what we think, or how we actually receive some information.
Yes.
For example,
very true.
For example, a very common situation. You had a trauma because your parents were always angry at you and never gave you self-confidence. So your behavior is, I'm not able to do things. I'm not able to achieve things. Is that something? Is that the thing that you're explaining?
Yeah, that is a very good example, and it's something that, so this is a core belief, exactly what you're saying. I'm not able to do this. So but then this is for when you're working on in longer sessions, of course. We can go look for this core belief, and then we try to challenge it and reframe it into something more positive, because it's a very positive and future and solution focused approach, and that's why I like it, and I think it's very suitable for not just therapy but for coaching, because it really looks for your own strengths. And
so the result, if I'm right, is actually that you can help people to actually bring into cards that mental issue, and actually explain them why they're reacting. That's what you would actually do in the coaching.
So it is about giving insights. I'm not gonna solve problems for people. So the thing is really about giving people insights so they can take responsibility into moving forward and changing things. And I'm there to help, to facilitate.
You're not coaching them for the whole project. You're giving actually that little push. Or actually, to be honest, it's some mental health. I know before COVID, it was like for some persons a taboo.
Very much.
I'm okay. It's okay. No, we all need it, and certainly with COVID-19, I think that's what you're referring also to. It became only worse. And what's Marlies is offering is Marlies is offering is that just that first step, that introduction. She's a JCI member. She knows the issues, what comes with activity, your work, private life, and she can just show you. Correct me if I'm wrong, Marlies. I'm just translating.
No, you're explaining very well.
So she's going to actually show you a few things, like, oh, did you think about that or that, and then she will refer you to a real traject with a mental coach, I think, or a
If
psychologist,
it's
right?
needed, yeah,
If
it's
it's
not.
needed, of course, yes.
It's really like this is something for everybody. It is not like you don't have to have mental issues.
Okay, yeah,
So the thing about the mental resilience is just about if there is something that you say, okay, I want to be able to do more of this, or I feel like, I want to reach this goal, but I'm encountering some difficulties. It can be very broad. So the thing is, I will offer 2 sessions. The first session, we start with the mental resilience. It's quite fixed, so it's 3 parts. So there will be like some exercises and reflection, and this is really about like, okay, so what are your strategies for keeping your mental resilience? What can you do more of it? So that is kind of the introduction. And then we can move on to like another topic. And I can help, try to get it clear on, okay, so what it is that you're struggling with, or what is it that you want to do. And then the thing is that I can also give exercises in between, right? So I can give like some exercises. I most probably will. Yeah, there's some work involved in it. So this is not something just, no, you have to work. That's the thing. So I will give some exercises, some to-dos, some tips that you can take as well. But when it's needed, when I feel like when we have this talk, like, okay, this is something more serious, it needs some more work, then we can just like look together, okay, so what are the options here? How can you get like the support that you need for this issue or the question that you have? And there are many things available. It can be, some part of self-help as well. It doesn't need to be like a full-blown therapist. There are many other options and ways.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of
Um,
the context.
yeah, I have a question actually here. Like here, for example, who can be in this intro coaching? Who are we actually targeting here?
Um, it's actually quite broad. So
Okay.
I'm not targeting like specific people or saying like, oh yeah, I'm not really, like teenagers might be a little bit more difficult, but pretty much every adult person
Yeah.
can ask the
Okay. That is
question.
very
Yeah.
clear. Absolutely. Of course, if people say now, wow, this is something I really need. Well, actually, in the chat, I will actually give your contact. That's okay for you, Marlies?
Yeah, so people can contact me. They can send me an email. I will also give my phone number. You can call. You can send me messages as well, like through WhatsApp or SMS. That's fine, because I don't really like to call people that I don't know. I have a bit of my own issues there that I'm aware of. So
No problem.
um, so people can contact me
Okay.
in those ways, and they can I can always have like like a short chat or a phone call if you have more questions, if you're not sure yet, and then that's really okay. Like you don't have to like jump into it right away. So I'm open to
Okay.
all the questions that are
Well,
rising.
it's very generous, huh? And of course, we are not looking for 100 people, but we are looking for
No.
kind of restricted because of course
Yes.
you're working too. So how many people are we talking about?
Okay, so the thing is that there needs to be some time between the first and the second session. A week would be at the absolute minimum. And since I'm starting out, so I like to work quite prepared and thoroughly. So I will also need prepared time, right? It's not just a conversation. So I think a total of 5 people to start with. And the thing is, I cannot see everybody like from next week on. So it's probably you will have to like wait a little bit, like 2-3 weeks. It's possible. It depends on like how fast people are growing. But if you contact me, I will already ask some questions about, okay, so what is your motivation? Why do you want to have this? Can you already think about a goal maybe that you want to have? So we can already start a bit by that before having the real coaching session. So I'm not just going to leave people there. I will certainly make some time to be prepared when we can start.
Voilà. Hey, Marlies, last thing I want to ask you. You talked about mental resilience, but what is mental resilience if people at home don't know that? What does it look like?
So I already talked about it. So one part of the definition is, like I said, the ability to bounce back, to come back when there are some difficulties in your life or unexpected changes. But the second part is the wisdom that comes with it when you're learning from these experiences. That's a very important one. And then the last one is actually that you keep tapping into your own abilities and strengths and your positive experiences to overcome this and get back on track, more or less. And then some other things that are very important there. So it's very much looking towards the future, right? So it's very important to focus on, okay, so what do I want to attain in the future? Connection is another thing, very important. It's about connection with yourself. It's connecting with people around you, with the community. And then there's a very big part of acceptance and anticipation and adaptation. So you have to kind of go a little bit with what is happening as well. You cannot really block everything out. And then the last part is actions. We take really small steps into overcoming these challenges. And then, so if I work from the CBT and the solution focused, so there are 3 very important things. You can really make a triangle from it. So you have our thoughts, and thoughts are very, very powerful. They can have very strong impact. And then you have sensations. You have physical sensations in your body that can be a direct result from it. For example, in a panic disorder, that's something very, very clear. When people think oh my God, I cannot get out, I cannot breathe here, and they start to hyperventilate. So that's a very clear example. And then you have emotions, and they are all connected with each other, and they can all influence each other. So the powerful thing is that if you can change these thoughts from, okay, I'm not able to do this, or I really don't want this, and then change it to, okay, but no, I am able, I am competent, I really feel like doing this. It's a whole different reframing. And then all these emotions like anxiety, anger, grief, they can turn into something positive, like joy and confidence. And same for all the, how stress is very much linked to a lot of physical sensations, not sleeping well, having pain, discomfort, and then that can be turned into feeling physically well. So that's kind of like the framework. That's how it works, more or less, and that is also how the resilience works, right? So it is, and people are very much allowed to have difficult moments and feel sad and go through tough times because it's part of life. But it's really the ability to get out of it again, and that's what the focus is actually.
Absolutely, we have to keep on going. Life is actually too short and too beautiful just to waste it on bad thoughts and depression. And I've been there myself. I've been there for months that I thought life is over and has nothing for me. But look, I got out of it. I got some help too. And now I'm making shows. Never thought about this possibility, but if you're watching right now and you think, okay, there's nothing possible, it's not true. I can tell you there is always something possible, and it just starts step by step. Get some professional help, like I did. Talk with people, and take care of yourself. Love
Yeah.
yourself. That's the best thing. Um, because like what Marlies said, there's if you can do step by step, you will reach what maybe you have in the back of your mind. But life is not over, absolutely not. So thank you very much, Marlies, for this offer. All the information is right away here in the chat. And I want to thank Marlies for stepping up. And that's what we do with JCI. We give the chance, we give the opportunity for people who want to step up. And maybe you want to step up. Maybe you have a project and maybe you don't have the support that you think that you should have. Well, don't worry. Come to me, come to this show, and I'll give you some data, give you some video, and maybe a public that wants to help you too. Because here in JCI, we care about each other. We can help each other. And that is the network that we are. Because we believe in the same vision and mission to be the leading global network. So thank you very much, Marlies. I hope that you have a lot of emails and maybe some calls. You never know.
Yeah.
But if it's not...
I'm excited. I'm curious.
Well, that's a part of being in the show. So that's kind of funny. But the thing is, Marlies, you moved a little stone and that maybe can become a big rock. And this is the first step that you're making. And I want to thank you for really being here, because you're not every day in the show or at the live. And also that, ladies and gentlemen, is a word and applause. And I don't know exactly which one it was. I think it was this one, if you hear it. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, Marlies, for stepping up. And this is the way how we do it in JCI. So I hope you have a good of success. You get the video, which you can share on your private and maybe also in other JCI environments. So thank you very much for that. And I want to conclude this first live show with something beautiful I got today. And Marlies, you can stay in the show, there's no problem. I got, I got the reward in June from the regional level, JCI Vlaanderen. So we have Belgium, and under that they have a regional. And I got an award, voila, and here it is. Whoopla. So it's written, thank you very much. Actually, the past president or the president of last year, she brought it personally at my home, and you will see some video and footage of that. But it says, if you couldn't read it, award best appearance to the outside world of external of JCI. And what we are doing here again is showing that JCI is one of a beautiful organization. So yes, we keep on showing it to the outside world that membership is really valuable. So thank you very much for the board. Thank you very much also for the people who voted for the award file. And thank you for your time, that. And of course, we keep on rocking. And yeah, let's go for another award. Why not? Set up the level. I grow, but also JCI grows with me. So Marlies, thank you very much again. I'm going to close. I see you soon in Brussels. Well,
yeah,
digital-wise, because we don't come
probably
together. But yes, next week, next Sunday, next show, next guest. So I can't say anything yet, but it's interesting to follow. And we will not stop, because this will be a show every week. Why not? By doing, we grow. And that is actually the aim of the show. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Have a good sleep. Good luck with the week. And keep on going, because you are great. And you can do it. Thank you very much. And good evening. Bye.
Bye, everybody.